Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Cast, episode 12. Today, in the top left corner, we have in person the Lemony Wizard. On the top right, you have Bean Turtle. Okay, no, it changed. The bottom left, we have Bean Turtle 977. The top left, we have Ranger in person as well. All of a sudden, and the bottom right, we have TheCornChili, not in person. Wow, the more people start to actually turn on their cameras, the more I start to feel self conscious for not having one. But we'll see how this goes. Wait, actually, real quick, Ranger, for audio reasons, could you like say something real quick because I want to make sure you're.
Yes.
Oh, you're quiet. Shit.
I'm quiet. Why am I quiet?
Because I had you turned down, probably.
Well, why?
Okay, that's better.
Why'd you
All
do
right.
that?
Well,
Yeah,
no,
but I think that's the funniest thing
I
I think
remixed
anyone
everyone's
said
audio, so
in
like,
in my Twitch chat.
but
He said, "Oh my god, it's so Asian." As soon as Nick turned on the camera,
Dang it, Rich!
that's great.
Ugh, that did not take long. But all right, well,
All right. All right. So,
Already descended into madness.
what? What?
I said him. We've already descended into madness.
We've already
oh,
descended
they
into
all we
madness.
always do.
Um. All right.
So,
So, the first thing that we.
first thing I want to talk about
Okay, fine.
is
Interrupt.
Battlefield. Yeah, I'm gonna interrupt you. Battlefield 2042
That
was
game.
revealed a few days
Mwah.
ago. Holy crap! Does
The-
that game look good? And that trailer was really fun to watch, especially with the callback to that trick shot, the famous trick shot from Battlefield 3. I have never played a Battlefield game other than Battlefield 1. Which was the World War one, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the that was
Um,
Battlefield 1.
so I'm very excited for this one. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Uh
It's a modern version of Battlefield 4, which was unbelievable when it
It's
came
like
out in 2014. I guess. I guess it was 2014.
I think so. That sounds
Yeah.
about right.
Battlefield
it's like
4, like they did.
slightly futuristic. Like
Yeah.
there are bits and pieces of today still
Yeah.
there, but then there's also slightly futuristic architecture in there,
You see,
and it creates a really cool
what
blend.
I'm really excited about
Storms.
is the storms.
Yeah.
Like, you know how
Yeah.
it's okay, so it's 128 players, and the map are already bigger than the maps, like the biggest maps they've had in Battlefield.
Yeah.
I think
They
they
are.
did a comparison one time, and it was like double the size or like triple the size. I can't remember, but it was huge. So it's massive, massive amounts of players in a lobby. And on top of that, so not only do you have to worry about the other team being like it's 128, so it'd be what
64.
60 something, 64
64 v
people on a team.
64. Yeah. With
You have to worry
vehicles
about
trying to kill
64 other players with vehicles trying to kill you, as well as natural disasters like sandstorms and tornadoes.
you.
It's just gonna be fun.
Oh, and buildings. And so like what
Oh,
they
yeah.
were working on.
Ooh.
This was revealed a while ago. So what they were working
Forget to
on.
watch the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What what they were working on was updating the physics engines to where they could model buildings going down. And so in Battlefield 4, the Battlefield 4 beta map was in Shanghai, and one of the biggest towers in Shanghai, I think it's literally called Shanghai Tower, but that building,
I
if
think
you took
I
out
think
the
it's
four
right.
pillars, you don't think that's right?
I
Oh,
know. I
okay.
said I think that is right.
Okay. Yeah, you take down the four front pillars and the building falls over. But it was a pre-scripted fall over, right? So it was still like the first time that players could like take a building or something and decide to take it down and radically change the map. But
Hmm.
it was pre-scripted. EA was talking about building and developing a way to make it to where the skyscrapers in Battlefield 2042 could get destroyed anywhere. Half the building could fall over, or like it could fall over and hit another one, or like maybe the players could strategically take out like the top floor or something. They were looking at modeling how to break things for fun. Modeling how a
Yeah,
player could break things in real time. And so
that's really cool.
if they bring that in conjunction with storms, like say maybe one of those big tornadoes could take down a building. You know, if
That'd
they
be
could, if
awesome.
they could figure that out, like that
Imagine
would be
being in that
so
building.
cool. Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
Like
It's like
having a
you're just
firefight,
suddenly
imagine
falling
having a
down,
firefight in that building, and all of a
yeah,
sudden a tornado just comes in and just it's gonna
destroys
be
the
really
entire
fun.
objective. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it. I'm gonna keep an eye on this game for sure. I'm not gonna pre-order it because I don't trust EA, especially with pre-orders.
That's fair.
Um,
We haven't
it's
seen
a
much.
yeah, we haven't seen much, but I will definitely keep an eye on this game, and you guys should too, because it looks absolutely fantastic.
Look, I mean,
Um,
I was very new to the gaming world when Battlefield 4 came out, and I was really excited when I saw it and everything, to the point where I actually got Battlefield 4 Premium very early on because I just loved it that much that I actually was willing to pay the extra money for it. But this game is giving me Battlefield 4 feels vibes. You know, like how people were talking about how the new Modern Warfare, the new Black Ops was looking like, you know, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, like how those games felt, you know, on release. That's kind of how I feel right now. So I'm very cautiously optimistic. Yeah, for once, you get me.
yeah,
And so I'm
that
one of
is
those
fair.
kids. Okay, I just want it to be cool. But here we are. Anything else you got? Like
Yeah,
Halo Infinite, you know, we've got
yes.
all
Speaking of
sorts of
other
things.
multiplayer games that are coming out, Halo Infinite got its multiplayer reveal trailer, and it looks fantastic. One of the things they were adding is grappling hooks, and it looks incredible. Like there was a scene where the guy literally like grappled an energy sword like off of like a pedestal that
Yeah,
you could take it from, and picks it up and then stabs someone else with it.
that was so cool.
And I mean, just being able to pull off those kind of plays in a game like Halo is just fantastic, because I've enjoyed every Halo's multiplayer since I
Yeah,
started playing Halo.
the thing that stood out to me in the trailer, I remember a scene where the guy grappled a banshee and
Oh, with the
to
grapple
he
like
he
jacks.
grapple
being
jacked a
able
banshee. Yeah, that was so
he
cool.
Yeah,
grapple jacked the banshee.
that's gonna make flying a lot harder, and you gotta be
Impossible.
playing a lot. You gotta play a lot more consciously, especially with like being like, because I know how I play with the air vehicles. I'm very much like, haha, you can't get me, and like I stay out of the ranges. While a lot of other people will like, I
Swoop
know that
down. I do
they'll
that.
swoop down and try to like get a
I'll
few
roadkill
kills or
people
so.
with
Yeah,
a
like
banshee.
run them over. Not me.
I mean, yeah, that'll
I get
direct
too nervous.
counter.
I'm gonna get skyjacked. So,
Yeah, exactly.
but this is a direct counter to the people like me who play in air vehicles very cautiously. So I'm interested to see how that goes. I
Forget
watched
it.
the
There were some good games.
I
I
could just
want
imagine someone taking a gravity lift to get to a height that wouldn't be accessible normally, and then grapple jacking like someone that's trying to play super safe.
yeah,
Have
that's
a
for
kill.
sure. One thing that I in the reveal trailer, there are a few things. But the cool thing that they're actually making a big change to the overshields, and like the
I
like
forgot about
power
that.
ups. They're making a huge change to those. They're no longer you pick them up, you instantly use them. They're now you pick them up, you hold on to them until you're ready to use it, or you die,
I
and then
didn't
you
see
drop it.
that.
That was in the reveal that was today, the
That
overview.
released
That was
today.
Oh,
that was
okay.
today's
Yeah,
overview.
there was a 12-minute overview.
And it was
And
awesome. Like,
in that overview, they also said the grapple hook is not the only equipment. There's other
yeah,
stuff.
they've already shown at least one other that I can think of off the top of my head. It's a shield, like
Yeah,
a
the
protective
destructible
bubble
riot
shield.
shield thingy. That looked pretty
Yeah.
cool.
But the other thing that they said about in that was that they're making a change to the physics of vehicles. Specifically, the one they mentioned was the Warthog. As in, you can blow off the wheels, and then the car won't move anymore. But it'll still work. Like the turret will still work and stuff. But you can like disable vehicles now in more ways than just
Just blowing
blowing
them
it
up.
up. So
They
that's going to
also
be
That
very.
showed it might
that's
be
gonna
a
be
new
good.
vehicle, it might not be. I don't remember off the top of my head. It was a Razorback, I think it was called.
Razorback's
That
been in
thing
the game
was
since Halo
Halo. Yeah, Halo
3.
3. They
That wasn't
kind of
lame in
removed
Halo.
it.
They removed it with Halo 4. Was it in Reach? I don't think it was in Reach.
I don't remember.
I think it was.
I don't
I
think
think it
so.
was just in
Warthog?
3.
No,
No, the Razorback, the
Razorback.
brute, like it was the
Grievous, the
wheel.
Grievous wheel thing.
It was like the one wheel, and then you sat on like the little
I
like
must think.
motorcycle thing in the back.
I was thinking of the wrong thing then. It was like a car that had like you could put weapons and store stuff on it and stuff.
Oh, yeah, they are adding that. I forgot about that.
Was
They're
it like
adding
a
it's a new
mongoose?
type of warthog. It's like a new type of warthog, I think, that you can put like things like gravity hammers or power,
Yeah,
or you just store stuff in the back.
I
I
don't
think
think they had a Razorback in Reach.
no, I don't think they did either. Because I think the
looking-
Covenant had, because the brutes weren't. Oh, they were in it, but they weren't really. The only missions they were in were. Oh, it was like the New Alexandria missions where you were on the city, like right before Cat gets shot in the head. Spoilers, my bad. If you haven't played Reach at this point, what are you doing?
Me who hasn't done
Um,
any of the campaigns. I mean, I'll get there eventually.
yeah, you'll get there eventually. Um, but there was the brutes were in those missions, but I don't think they were in any after. They might have been in some after, but they weren't any ones that had vehicles for sure. Because they had that one like there was that smaller Covenant tank. Because you still had the Wraith, but you had another one. I can't remember the name of it off the
I
top of my
saw the
head.
Banshee.
No, the Banshee was the flying one.
Oh, never mind.
Um,
It's like a tank.
you know which one I'm talking about. It was like a smaller like tank.
Yeah.
It still packed a punch, and it still had so much armor, but it was a lot smaller and a lot faster.
I like
than the
stealing
Wraith.
those in the storyline.
Oh
I was
yeah, that
like,
was fun.
it's like it's time for me to go bang on all of you.
You know what was about and interesting about the reveal that I was kind of disappointed, but I kind of understand why they wouldn't talk about it now. There were no mentions of any special mythic weapons like there were in Halo 5,
Oh yeah,
which
the
was
card
kind of
system.
disappointing. A lot like the card system, well, yeah, kind of like the card system, but I'm talking more like the like you remember in Halo 5, you remember that gravity hammer you guys used to hate it when I got
Yeah,
because I would go
it would drop a
bloodthirsty.
black hole. Like you'd
No,
smack it
not the
on the
black hole.
floor.
The
No,
not the black hole. I liked
the wave one,
the
the
electric
wave
wave
one.
one.
Okay.
I think it was like Tartarus's gravel or something like that, or gavel.
Yeah, what it did is if you guys don't know, is that when you did a basic slam, it wasn't just a ground slam like your average energy gravity hammer. It would do like this like wave attack.
It
It
was
would
so
fire
busted.
lightning
It
forward
was
or
so
something,
broken.
and everyone
It was the
within
most
like
broken
20
thing.
feet died of the gravity
So
hammer
busted.
slam. It was ridiculous.
It
So
was
yes,
absolutely
we did
ridiculous.
indeed hate it when
I got a
Lemon
triple
had
kill with one slam with it one time.
exactly. That's all. I mean, and like that
It was
hammer
fun.
is in
The
like
hammer was fun.
freaking what's it called? Husky Raid. In Husky
Yeah,
Raid,
Husky Raid.
that
That hammer in
is
Husky
worth a
Raid
flag.
was. Yeah, it's where we got I think 2 out of it the one time. Remember? Because I got like 16 kills
Uh-huh.
out of
Yeah.
4 players.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like that one
Yeah,
of
I
those
started
gravity
spawn
hammers is worth
camping
at least
then.
one capped flag.
Yeah,
Doug,
at
you know Halo
least.
Weapons a lot better than me. Did you see any new weapons in the trailer?
I saw
There were
no
actually a
trailer.
good bit of new weapons that I haven't noticed. They haven't really shown any names of anything or
Oh,
really
yeah.
anything other than like I want to say they did a redesign of the shotgun.
The scatter shot. It
Um
looked like they redesigned the
no
scatter shot.
it looked like they redesigned the UNSC shotgun a bit.
Maybe not functionally, but
Not functionally, it doesn't. They might have nerfed
visually
it a little
probably.
bit, but visually, I think they did update it.
Yeah.
It looks like they updated the assault rifle a bit as well. It looks more to like Halo Reaches, in my opinion, than anything else.
They added this like the reason I was talking about the scatter shots, they added this like the reason I don't think it's a scatter shot is because it looks radically different. They added it was like it looks like a fusion rifle almost, but the bolts
Oh, I
would
think that's the new
ricochet.
Covenant weapon. That's the new
Yeah.
Covenant weapon, I think.
The bolts like ricocheted and they disintegrated a dude around a wall, or like bounced it off the roof and killed a guy, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah,
You couldn't
I
see him at
believe
all.
I
And
believe that's the new Covenant weapon that they're adding.
yeah,
I think they're adding the Covenant SMG as well, which should be pretty interesting.
But they like reskinned all the like the battle rifles and stuff too. That was
Yeah.
and I mean there was one pretty cool scene
Yeah.
where this guy just
All
absolutely domes the dude up
all
over
I'm
the top of
saying
it.
is I want my overpoweredly busted weapons and I want
Yes.
Super Fiesta back.
This
That's
is
all
what
I
Halo is. That's all Halo is.
That's all I did in Halo 5, honestly. I played me, you.
Hours of Husky Raid.
We played hours upon hours of Husky Raid. We would get so salty, and we would
So
have
mad.
so many laughs.
Dude, that explosive saw is so broken. What the heck?
It was the answer.
Just like that. The answer.
It legitimately,
Just
yeah,
the
it's
answer. That was the name and the answer.
Yeah.
It was.
Hey, we're losing. What do we do? I have the
Answer.
answer. Explosive saw.
That's like it dealt double damage too. Like what the frick?
It did. I think that one was also considered an anti-tank weapon. I think it was
Man.
considered.
Oh my gosh.
Who'd funk it?
Yeah, no, the most broken thing in that game was George's chain gun. Whoever decided to give an already like a chain gun that already did more damage than a normal chain gun, a damage and speed boost, they need help.
No, they
Like
don't need help.
therapy.
They just know what a
They
good
need
time is,
therapy.
and
They
they
need
know how to make
guidance.
everyone else upset.
They need therapy.
They need
Because it was like
guidance.
2 or 3 shots. That thing shot like what 10 rounds a second, and it was like 2 or 3 shots, and it would kill you instantly.
Yeah, it was. You'd fall over if someone had it spun up.
Yeah,
Like
and then there was the UNSC sniper that they gave the damage beef as well.
body shot people. You don't even have to aim anymore. You just hit them in the body.
You just have to hit. You just have to hit
The leg. You know, it works.
like they're dead.
My leg.
They were dead.
They also
Yeah.
talked about customization and
Oh, they did talk about
no loot
customization.
boxes.
Yeah, they did talk about no loot
boxes?
boxes.
Oh.
They're not doing loot boxes this time around.
They're doing a
They are doing a battle pass.
yeah, they're doing a season pass, but you buy
That's
it
not
once
going
and
back.
you get them all.
How's that?
Yeah,
buy it once and you get 'em
they
all.
said something interesting. They said that they're gonna have multiple season passes per season, but you can choose where your rewards go, and then you buy it once, and then it goes into when you pull. How I understood it was like, let's say you had 4 different like rows of season pass. You could work on one before you work on the others, and you got to choose which one you worked on first.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was, and I think you could change which one you were working on at like any time as well. From just what I understand from
The way I understood it, which is totally different than yours, I thought it was just one track a season, but if we were in a future season, you could choose if you wanted to put progress towards a past season, a season pass from the past.
Yeah, that was one of the two. I wasn't really paying attention when they were talking about Battle Pass. But yeah, I'm super excited for this game.
It looks really cool.
Halo's had good customization since Halo 2. Honestly.
Oh yeah, you also
Since
get
you
to
could play it
customize
as
your
Elite.
AI.
I
You
want to play
could.
as
That was
Elite
Halo 3.
again. I want to play as
That was
Elite
Halo
again,
3.
man.
That was fun. I think you
You
could do
also
that
get
in
to
Reach as
customize
well.
Your AI.
Oh yeah, they did. You get to customize the AI that talks to you. All I know is that I'm going with the original OG announcer because him saying
Rampage.
killing spree, rampage, unfriggin' believable. Like those are the best things ever.
That guy was
I did like unfriggin' believe. I've only gotten one of those medals ever.
Unfreaking believable.
I've never.
Those are. I got one medal that was
I need to
unfriggin'
go back
believable.
and like clap people in a Halo 5 lobby or something because I'm better.
I didn't know. I got it in the Halo 4, I believe. I think I was playing SWAT. Somehow I got unfriggin' believable in SWAT.
20 kills
Yeah.
in SWAT.
Dude, I used to be. Might have been.
Poor kids. Or poor Matthew.
I might have gotten one on you as well, honestly. Because I know I got one in like an actual game, but
Context. I hate SWAT and suck at it.
he is so bad at SWAT. I don't know how you're bad. I honestly don't know how you were bad at SWAT.
It'd
SWAT,
probably be
Because
SWAT
better.
can be hard,
it
man.
seems like your like perfect thing because like you don't have to try very hard,
It's
but you can
reaction.
be if you want to.
I don't
It
know,
is
thinking
you can
about it.
be sweaty as you can just be so sweaty
give
and SWAT.
It's in Halo Infinite. I'll give it a go again. But
Oh, it'll
I
be
would
there.
Oh,
somewhere.
it'll be in Halo Infinite for sure. That is guaranteed. They
That's like
didn't
a
put if they
classic
didn't put
mode.
SWAT, yeah, if they
Yeah.
didn't put SWAT in a Halo game, I think the fans would riot.
It's a classic mode.
That it is.
I've never heard
What
of
about
SWAT.
you?
You've never
You
heard
never
of
played SWAT?
bro? What?
No, I've only played like I haven't played a lot of like older games because of my uh situations.
That's fair.
But
Think
yeah,
like
SWAT was okay. So SWAT was Halo, but it you were only given like scout rifles and pistols. You had no shields, no radar, and it just was a sweat test.
headshots
It
were
was
one
was
shot
that
kills.
was in
It
Halo, right?
Yeah.
One
yeah.
tap.
Yeah,
It
I've
was in every Halo after 2, I think, because I don't think
yeah
it might have been in the first one. It might not have been. I don't know.
I haven't played much of the multiplayer on any of the Halo games. I played the storyline, went to the next game because I think the storyline's amazing.
The story of Halo is beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah, and like right now I'm left off at 4. I want to get ODST, eventually
ODST is
5,
fun.
and
That's the
then
ODST is
new
the one
game.
I've never finished.
I
5 on
I
haven't played
really
ODST, but I've seen like gameplay videos, not gameplay videos, like the cinematics of it,
mhm.
because it's a movie to me. I like watching that stuff because
Oh yeah.
but playing the game is a completely different story because you didn't now know how you got to that point
Yeah,
instead of
yeah, for
having the
sure.
skips in between cinematics. But
Oh yeah. No, I think my favorite one of those campaigns was Reach, followed by Halo 2. Halo 2 was really good.
I don't
Um,
remember too much.
the
It's
only
kind
one,
of
yeah,
broad.
I have all of them, but I've never finished ODST. Um, I don't know why I haven't. I just never done it.
Mhm.
I have to say, Fives was good. Fives was the worst one out of them, but it was really good still. For a game, it was good. For a Halo game, it was. Um, it didn't make a lot of sense, and there was a lot of fan backlash from it because not many people liked Locke. I personally did like Locke. Because a lot of people were like, "Oh, he just came out of nowhere." No, Spartan Locks had actually a good bit of backstory, just in that like section of the Halo lore that's like not part of the main games. So like most of the hardcore fans knew about him for a while, but a lot of people were like, "Hey, who the hell is this guy? Like he's just random." But no, he's actually pretty cool. I
Yeah.
do wish, however, instead of the one sniper they put on Locke's team, I wish they used June to reach. Because
I think he's
June
only
would have
lived.
been. Well, yeah, he lived.
He's the only one that survived out of that team, right?
Yeah,
Because if I remember correctly, he's the one that escorted the.
yeah, he exorted Halsey off the planet.
Yeah. I have so many people tell me that guy died. Over here, like, bro, you gotta play that game again, because I think you're
No,
blind.
he's still alive.
For
So that's why I'm
sure.
saying that it would have been a really good. It really would have been a good callback to Reach if they had used June instead of
Yeah.
whichever sniper they put on. Because the only two people on Locke's team that history were Locke and Buck, but um the other two people were they just made to put on Locke's team. They could have easily done June, and everyone would have been a lot happier. But Chiefs team had a pretty good story, and they'd been around for years, and just in the books and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, there's books.
Yeah, there's
Bro, I
like
gotta
20
find
of
them
them,
now. I
Yeah.
gotta find
dude.
them
There's like
now.
Just like
20.
I must
The
read.
Halo world's just like Star Wars. There are books for everything. Like every bit of lore that's not explained in the movies or
The
the
one you
shows.
should start
There's
with.
lore.
The one you should
Find
start
it.
with is Fall of Reach. Fall of Reach was fantastic.
Yeah.
I like Fall of Reach.
I'm still reading Pendragon right now, so
Okay.
And
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't read that for a while.
So, in
There,
other news,
well, there
go
Other
on.
was
news?
a very bare bones and early reveal of Starfield.
There
I'd
was.
love to. I'd love to just speculate on that because I don't know what
I
Starfield is going to be. I don't know that Bethesda knows either.
Well, I think Bethesda does know. They're just not ready to share it because apparently this game's been in the development, like in the works at Bethesda for 25 years. They just
Yeah,
haven't. Yeah, they've
I mean
been
Bethesda
working on
does.
it.
They work for long times, but
They worked for long times, and they've been just, I guess, working like bit here and there for past like 25 years. So I'm sure this world has a huge, like thing for them, and this is probably gonna be like one of their biggest IPs since Elder Scrolls and Fallout,
yeah,
which they didn't create. They bought it from some who they bought it from. But they turned Fallout from a turn-based game into an FPS, which I think was a great decision
well, they
because
also had a
Fallout
top-down.
3, Fallout 4, they were fantastic. I would love to play New Vegas. I haven't done it yet.
New Vegas is
Um,
Yeah,
really fun.
that's good.
yeah, and then the Elder Scrolls series is by far one of my favorites of my personal favorites of all time.
Yeah,
Um, I haven't played a bad Elder Scrolls game yet. I played Oblivion, Skyrim. I played online. Online wasn't horrible. I actually quite enjoy online.
Hmm.
Speaking of that, I need to re-download it. It's not downloaded.
Gross.
Yeah. So, I'm excited about it. I'm a big fan of sci-fi games in general.
yeah, me
Uh,
too.
I also like Bethesda games. I like 76. That was their last most recent disaster, and I liked it personally. Um,
I was
I
warming
got it.
up to it like 3 months after the first several
I got the game
updates.
for free, so I was having a lot of fun just running around shooting people. That's all I
Yeah,
did.
that's fair.
Did you ever experience T-Pose Man?
I was there for T-Pose Man because I played day one, and I was there for T-Pose Man. That was the best Bethesda glitch as ever come on. I honestly hate that they fixed it because it was so funny. Um,
They're not
but
bugs, they're features.
they are
They're
not
not
bugs. They
bugs,
are
they're
features.
features.
This is Bethesda we're talking about.
But okay, so it's just like I would love to see like maybe they make this into like a much more story focused version of like No Man's Sky. It's like No Man's Sky has a story, but that's not entirely the point of the game. No Man's Sky is very free and
Hmm.
lets you go do whatever. Of course, there is the side story with there are several side stories with like Artemis and fallen travelers you come across, but it's much more of a like explore, do whatever you want, discover
I
infinite
think this is
galaxies,
gonna be very similar to Outer
Outer
Worlds.
Worlds. I can see
That
that.
is that is what I think. So I think there's gonna be a legitimate story, but I think that this is gonna be one of those games that has multiple endings and is mostly this one's gonna be setting up the world for the most part, in my opinion.
So you're expecting a Starfield, like maybe even trilogy kind of thing?
I'm expecting a trilogy, or because this is a brand new IP.
Yeah, they could do anything with
Um,
it.
they could do anything. We don't know much about it other than it's sci-fi. It's gonna be set in space. It looks good. It
I
looks
mean,
fun. So
yeah. I mean,
it's gonna be an Xbox exclusive. That
Xbox and
is,
PC. Yep.
yeah, Xbox and PC exclusive. And that is important
And
to
that is
note.
because Bethesda is now owned by. Aren't they owned by Microsoft, right? Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, okay. So as long as, to be honest, with Starfield, because with 76, I kind of agree with you that like I was having fun too. There were a lot of issues that I had because I
Oh,
was
that
playing on
game had
Xbox,
so many issues.
but I of course played like when it came out. So like I don't know that the game really got a fair shake from me, but for me, but knowing Bethesda, there will be cool legendaries and stuff to find, right? So you'll be going around, and if they build this game like they built every other game, I remember in Skyrim, there's this random sword I got for killing something I probably shouldn't have killed, and got this like sun like sword of the sun warrior or something. I don't remember what it was, but like
Oh,
it
I
like
know exactly what you're talking about. I
it would
think.
allow you to like incinerate things and it
Are you
dealt
talking about that
fire
one?
damage. It
Was
was
it
so
the?
cool.
Was it the one? Was it the quest that you with the Meridia's beacon?
I don't remember at all. It's been years, but
Or it was when you
you
could
like
find that
attune.
like object. You find this object in a cave, and then you hear a new hand has touched my beacon.
You broke
I'll
out a
have to
lot, but
ask
I
for you
think
to
you're not
not
wrong.
suck your microphone.
Yeah, your mic broke up like crazy
Yeah,
there,
it's
but I
like there. You just
think
hear
you're
that
right.
like new like the new that person where like you just hear a new hand has touched the beacon, and you're like, what the hell? And you're looking around like, what is saying?
Oh, I
Like,
thought it
Someone's
was
it's
getting
given to
handsy
you.
with
so
that
loud.
beacon.
It's so loud. It is a joke in the Skyrim community
Wasn't it given to you
because
by one of the elder gods? I
the
thought that
beacon.
was no the sword.
This
I
yeah,
th-
the sword was
but
given to
that's
you
that's
by
what.
Meridia, who was one of she wasn't a god, she was a demon. She
Oh,
was a she was a Daedric prince.
but it was like a. I thought it was like a uh
No,
something that like a good guy deity would give, or like a sun deity or something.
oh, no.
Well, no one in Skyrim's good, but what I'm saying.
There were nine. I believe in the nine. There were nine gods in Skyrim. There was and then there were like 12 or so Daedric princes. And the Daedra are equivalent to devils. Some of them are good aligned ish.
That's weird.
Ish. Very ish. Very much ish.
So
But
like,
then you have Dagon, who just kind of like cancels them all out and is like, "Yo, I'm gonna destroy the world."
isn't that the
And
fun
that was
part?
the campaign of Oblivion, which was a good game.
Wasn't that the fun part? But
And
yeah,
then
whatever.
there was the one Sam Green, I think was his name, and he just wanted to party.
Just wanted
That's all he wanted. He just
good old
wanted to party for
Bacchus.
all eternity, and you know what? I don't blame him.
Good old
A
Bacchus.
party in my tummy.
But speaking of Bethesda games that are also Xbox exclusives, did you guys see Redfall
No.
at all?
Did not.
No,
Told you guys to look at it. Whatever.
You didn't
I
I
had
say
work all day.
Redfall.
Yes.
think I did actually. Um,
I'm going to check the Discord right now.
Me too.
I know Adam did, but I had work all day, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about?
Oh, you
What?
did. That's funny.
I did.
Well, then let's talk
I
about
did.
Sea of Thieves.
So actually, I want to
Ew.
mention Redfall first because Redfall looks interesting. It's going to be a 4-player co-op game or single player. It is up to you. And it is like you're going to be hunting vampires. Like there's vampires have taken over this town, and you have to hunt them down and kill them. That's pretty much all we've gotten about it so
Was it
far.
The Witcher.
Um, it's modern day.
Oh.
It's modern day vampire hunting. Like one of the guys had a gun that literally shot stakes, like wooden stakes, into the vampires. Like one of the characters had one of them had psychic powers, and one of them had a sniper and was invisible, could turn invisible. It looked really fun.
I'm curious.
Yeah, and you're just fighting vampires that have taken over a town, and that's really all we got about it. It comes out later this year. 4-player co-op or single player, it's completely up to you. And yeah, I'm just really excited. Honestly, it looked fantastic, and it's coming to Xbox and PC exclusively. Honestly, Xbox and PC are getting some really good lineups for this year. I think the drought of Xbox exclusives is finally coming like ending.
Yeah,
We're getting Halo, we're getting Redfall, we're getting Starfield, we're getting the new Forza,
I mean,
which
for the
looked
longest time,
beautiful.
for the longest time, Xbox only had like Halo, whereas PlayStation had like every indie game from
Yeah.
Japan, and then like they had like stuff like Detroit Become Human, and now it seems like Xbox is getting their responses finally for that, right?
Yeah,
So,
finally.
that Redfield sounds really cool. I like the idea of modern day vampire hunting actually, because I was thinking like, how many things can you do with like modern and ancient technologies
Yeah,
intertwined, right? you'd have
Mhm.
like maybe even like funny weird stuff like fully auto stake crossbows or like
Oh, this was a full on
all
rifle.
sorts of crazy things.
This was a full on like rifle that
A
shot
rifle.
stakes.
I mean, yeah, you mentioned like the
It
invisible
was fantastic. Yeah,
sniper.
it's like a good modern futuristic, but like bringing back that old medieval themed of like the old way of killing vampires, stake to the heart.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested. Um, that is definitely something to keep an eye on.
Mhm.
If they release more information about that.
Is
So yeah,
Battlefield exclusive?
I believe so. Actually, I think it is an Xbox PC exclusive. I could double check that one because
Let
the
me go
last time
look.
I watched, when I watched the trailer, it said something about it said some it might have been like I didn't see the PlayStation logo on it.
Yeah.
Um,
But
but yeah.
so there are a lot of other good titles we're probably going to miss, but I mean, we do have next week's episode to get anything else, right?
Yes,
So
I do want to talk
however,
about Sea of
Sea of
Thieves
Thieves.
for. Yeah, I want to talk about Sea of Thieves
For the first time, I'm excited
before.
about that too. You know, isn't
So,
that weird?
for those that
I love it.
aren't aware, Sea of Thieves. Stop giving faces. This is a good game. It's a good game. So for those who aren't aware,
You
Sea
can
of
see
Thieves,
you.
they announced a crossover event with Pirates of the Caribbean. They're adding 5 new tall tales with the next season, and they're all going to be dealing with Jack Sparrow
Along
and
with Captain Jack Sparrow.
Captain Jack Sparrow and Davy Jones and Calypso and Mr. Gibbs, and I'm so excited.
And he's going to
This is
follow
like,
his compass to the sunset, to his greatest
yes,
desires. I'm
bring me
excited
that
about that.
horizon.
Bring me that
But
horizon.
yeah, no, I was watching the trailer and they were showing like they showed this little part where you remember the dog that had the keys
Yeah.
in his mouth. Showed him. It's like, oh, that's funny. It's a good little reference to Pirates of the Caribbean. And then they actually had Jack Sparrow right there, and I was like, oh my god, they're actually doing this. The greatest pirate game of all time mixed with the greatest pirate of all
Pirate
time
franchise. and
to
the pirate,
create.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stream that on the 23rd, I think
For
is what the
sure.
plan is. Because it comes out on the 22nd, but that is a Tuesday. I am no longer gonna be streaming on Tuesdays, so we're gonna try to do it on the 23rd. It'll be me, probably get Trust the Mask, Bean Turtle, and we're gonna find a fourth for the crew. Whenever or as time gets closer to it, won't be Nick since he's giving faces about a great game.
Wow.
I don't like Sea of
But
Thieves. I fall asleep on a game way
Wow.
too easily.
wow, oh, you
Wow.
fall asleep anyways.
You've never been okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to.
I will say you fall.
Ah.
You fall asleep playing Sea of Thieves normally, but when you're
No,
trying super hard to fight a trio of tryhards that are way better than you and looting everything you own, that's when you're awake. You're totally
Yeah, I
awake
still
when you're
fall
losing
asleep
to those
during
guys.
that.
I
I've been
mean,
in that
hey,
you
situation.
also fell asleep. We were in the okay. So for context, me, Nick, and a few others, we went down to a city like an hour drive from us. That we were blasting music.
he fell
Like
asleep on the
we're
way.
he fell asleep on the way down, the window down, blowing like just. I was going like 80 down the highway.
It was
The wind was going in his face. We were blasting music. I was singing as
no.
loud as I could, and
Look,
this man was
It
asleep. I
was
look over and he's like,
it was
"Are you
hot as
asleep?"
hell too.
look,
It
Levin,
was
I don't
hot. It
trust
was
you enough.
hot
When
as hell.
you know,
Dude, it was hot as hell. The window was down. It was kind of loud, and I was trying to type this stupid affidavit.
He was trying to type something the entire time, and I just look over and he's asleep. I was like, "What are you doing?"
I'm dying. That was what was happening.
Oh,
it's like,
it was
look,
so funny.
look, Levin, I don't trust my own driving. I don't trust your driving enough to fall asleep. I'm gonna say that. Then again, I don't fall asleep anyway. Really, I'm the kid who goes to sleep at like 3 every day. It's great for your health, by the way.
It was so
Disclaimer,
fun.
don't.
Sleeping? Yeah.
But no, that's funny
But
though.
yeah,
I like that.
it was funny. But yeah. do we want to talk about the Minecraft server?
Yeah, man.
That
All
we
right. So the last thing I think before we leave you guys, we are doing a Minecraft server. We have tentatively named it Lemoncraft after our glorious founder, the Lemony Wizard of the server. And it's been a lot of fun thus far. I've gotten out a few episodes, so is he streaming, and I think he's gonna be streaming that afterwards. I'm not sure, right? 'Cause I think I'll stream. I'll play a little
yes,
bit tonight as well.
yes. I'm streaming tonight. I've been streaming a little bit today. And I will should I think me and Trust the Mask we're either gonna stream that or something else. We're not entirely sure yet, but I'm hoping to stream some Minecraft because I am a little tired. I don't want to do something like too intensive.
Mhm.
And so yeah, it's been super fun so far. You got these nerds at the bottom who have already rushed through and beaten the Ender Dragon. It's been
We're gonna
a week.
respawn it. No. It's
They're
been
gonna
less than
respawn.
that. It's been less than a
It's
week.
been less
It's
than
been
that.
6
They
days.
already have like iron farms and stuff up, and I'm like, bro, I just finished my
I'm gonna
starter
defend
house.
myself here for a second. I only have end loot because they carried me to end loot. Okay, you really think
That's
that
fair.
I killed the dragon? I put in quotes killed the dragon with iron armor and an unenchanted bow and an iron sword.
Wait,
Cornchili had
CornChili,
even
what
less
armor do you have?
iron, I think.
I only had iron armor.
Does anyone have diamond yet?
Austin or
It's just
Alpcuber
not
has full
enchanted,
enchanted. Alpcuber is full
Yes.
enchanted
Of
diamond.
course he
Buckaroo
does.
has full enchanted diamond and or netherite. We don't know yet. Buckaroo is the richest person on the server. He has full enchanted diamond somehow in 6 days. Or actually, no, he had at one point. I think it's by now 40 hours of game time. And if he's been on the server today, probably closer to 50.
No, he was AFKing. He was
Yeah,
AFKing when
okay.
I
So
was on
he's been in the
earlier.
server for about 50 or 60 hours total. He has a full villager breeder set up, a pumpkin and melon farm, an iron farm, a super smelter, fully functional super smelter, all right? And I don't remember what else, but he is by far the richest out of all of us. Alp is a close
Yeah.
second,
You can't take this from me though.
you know.
I was the first one to find a piece of ancient debris.
Yeah, that's true. I found ancient debris but didn't have my diamond
I
pickaxe
haven't even gone in it. I was in the nether for like I was in the nether for like maybe a minute. You know what? If that's a great question. I don't know either.
What?
It must
Maybe he
be.
should just
It must be. It must be.
resting.
he's about to go to my Twitch chat to
He's
figure
finding.
out what it is.
Man, I wonder how you figured that one out.
So this is what you get for being on Decast and turning on your camera. You know.
Fuck, I can't see it.
Something I'm not understanding.
Resting? What does that mean?
All right. Well, but yeah.
Rich is in my
memed.
Rich is in my Twitch chat making fun of Nick, and it's
Yes.
kind of funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah,
Resting Asian
I do not tolerate racism.
It's not
Oh, that's
racist
hilarious.
if I'm laughing at it.
Oh yeah. All right.
Haha.
But let's wrap up, and I think that I want you guys all to subscribe to everyone. Ranger will be linked in the description. CornChili as well. Lemony Wizard.
Though I
Follow
make
him on Twitch. He'll
content
be
yet.
live.
Yeah,
When
I'll be live every
Sorry.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday,
Yeah.
and Saturday. Starting at 6, lasting till whenever the hell I feel like it.
And
But yeah,
Ranger streams too. Be sure to follow him there.
I'm kind of iffy because I'm trying to set a schedule, and I mainly play PvP type games like Escape from Tarkov and Siege.
I mean that's always fun.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be playing stuff with him eventually. Well, we just need to figure out what we want to play together at some point.
And Lemon and I
GTFO.
GTFO, yeah. Lemon and
We do
I,
need to play some more GTFO.
we played a game that was called Shotgun Farmers, and I got a video
That
on that.
was-
It is the most stupid
It was
game you'll ever
absolutely
see.
ridiculously
It
stupid,
is so
but it
much
was
fun.
pretty fun. It was really fun. Almost finished the horde mode. But yeah,
almost.
definitely
I
go
don't
check
even
that
wanna
video.
know.
It was really funny.
That was a funny video, but yeah.
We were having a lot of fun.
But
That
yeah,
scares
so
me.
having
But yeah.
fun. All right, well,
Much
see,
fear.
much fear. See you guys next week, and hope you guys subscribe. Have a nice day.
Get my dudes.